Hello everyone, welcome to Marlin Chess Kids. Today I show the gameplay by Suyog and Mihai-Lucian, and the game complete in only 17 moves. And the game starts with the pawn to e4, and the black reply with knight f6, then e5 attacking the knight, and the knight to d5. Then the white continue to play knight c3, and the knight capture the knight, and the pawn takes c3. And then the black continue to play d5, and you have the knight to f3. And this is the first 5 move, and you can see that the white is slightly better in this position because 2 of the bishop is actually open up the file and able to move, while the black only can move 1 bishop, and the activity for the black is less than the white. So after this, the black play a c5, then bishop to d3 continue to develop, and the bishop to g4 trying to pin the knight. Then the white made a short castling, and now knight c6, and here the position become equal again, and then rook to e1, and after this the black play e6, and here now open up another bishop, then bishop to f4 protecting the pawn, and you have a bishop to e7 preparing for short castling, then bishop to e2, and you have a queen to c7, and this is the first stand move. And after position the pieces for the black, and now the black able to maintain the position. Here the white continue to have the idea to play a4 and trying to attack the queen side, and white will assume that the black will going for a queen castling. So in this position, the black play rook d8, then the knight to d2 trying to attack the bishop. So bishop takes and your queen takes, then the black go for a short castling, then queen to g4, and after this trying to pin the king, and you have the idea of put the bishop at h6 and go for a checkmate. Such as a3, then the bishop will go for the h6, and you make another example move like a b6, then the simple will just be queen takes g7 and checkmate. And if you prevent the check by moving a g6, then the bishop will just capture the rook, and after this the bishop capture back. After queen to g4, the king play king h8, then now the white trying to play a simple checkmate by push up the rook to e3, and also you can have the rook to h8 and attack the pawn. So after this position, the white play a rook to e3, and now the queen go to g5 to h5, you win the game. Attack the pawn, and the rook will be back up at the h3. So after this, the black play a rook g8, and then the rook to h3 keep on the pressure and attack with a very simple idea to checkmate at the h file. And after this, the black play g6, and this is a blunder move, and because of this move, the white is winning and mate in 4. I give you a couple of seconds to figure out how the white can continue to play and checkmate and mate in 4, and this is only the 16th move. So well, congratulations for those who found the answer, and for those who like to enjoy the show, here are the beautiful idea that the white play to checkmate the king and mate in 4. In the actual game, the white made a rook sacrifice by playing a rook takes H7 and check the king. And this idea of checkmate resembles the typical idea of Dovetail mate with the queen check diagonal, and the king is being blocked by its own pieces and cannot be moved. I can see at this diagram. So after this sacrifice, rook takes the pawn and check the king, and the king capture back the rook. King takes h7. Then now we have the queen to h3 and check the king, and now the king only have one place to move, or if you want to block with the bishop to delay the checkmate, you can block with the bishop h4, then the queen will just capture back again, and after capture again the king has nothing, no pieces to block, and the only way to move is to move king to g7, and now the queen to h6 and check the king. The king has no place to move, and the king is being blocked by his own pieces to move, and this resembles the Dovetail checkmate. So queen to h6, and this is a checkmate. And back to the position of g6. The other way, the best way to block the checkmate idea is to play a g5 and block the bishop. And now you cannot capture the pawn, and if you capture the pawn, then the black is clearly winning, as if the king to capture, then the queen, if you say make idea, you back to the h3 and check the king, then the king can just move to g7, and now the queen cannot come to the h6 file, as cause the bishop is being blocked by the pawn. So if you play the g5, then the game will be the equal game, and in this position, and the sacrifice of the rook cannot be made. So this is the best move to prevent, and here the black will be better in this position. And with this, thank you.